just thinking about my approach to him. Fitch 5 innings, gave up 6 hits. Carlos pitched 6, gave up 4. Carlos gave up 2 runs. Yeah. Oh, didn't give up 3 runs. Sorry.
MLB Network is your exclusive home for postseason.
All right, game 2. Can we take a 2-0 lead to Los Angeles? The way that this played out on last season was I won game 1. The Dodgers won game 2. We went to LA, knowing that there were going to be 3 games. We won games 3 and 4, and then they won 5, 6, 7. So I would like to go to San Francisco up 2-0 and not come back.
Yeah, it was a good start for these guys at home. They did what they needed to do in the opening game, and this crowd really showed up and made a difference as well.
There's other thing I'm gonna put out here for this. Bumgarner probably should be pitching game 4. We'll see if when we get to that point, if the computer does it. Bumgarner should be pitching game 4. But from my history, I think the computer would have him pitch 5. They need to factor in a 4-man rotation into playoffs. And that is something that has been expressed to SDS quite a bit. I'll definitely be checking out, man, because I was actually watching before that thing even came up. Have to get rid of 1. It was I was actually listening to him and listening to some of his stand-up comedy earlier today while I was working out. Not a good thing to listen to when you're working out sometimes, because it makes you lose track of what you're doing and accidents happen. But man, Eddie Murphy is so funny. Like, early Eddie Murphy is great.
His career against the starter, he's hitting over 500. I'm sure he knows he hit him well in the past, so his confidence is probably at an extra boost today.
Carlos Martinez will be on the bump for game 2 of the series. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, Carlos Martinez, one of the biggest arms in the game of baseball. Electric fastball, 95 to 99 miles an hour with movement up, down, in, and out of the zone. Powerhouse slider, and I mean as good as any slider in baseball. His changeup has gotten better. If Carlos Martinez brings his A game, he has the chance to throw a no-hitter every time he takes the mound.
The St. Louis Cardinals attack you on defense in this.
All right, let's see what we can do in this game. Johnny has been one of those guys that I don't hit well, which is amazing because he played for the Reds for so long, and I've seen him for so long on MLB The Show, and I still can't hit this guy. Maybe the playoffs will make a difference. We'll see. But this should be a good matchup. On paper, at least, pitching-wise, this should be a good matchup.
Here's the first pitch to him. And the first pitch of the ball game here is taken for a called strike 1.
And first run's important, so see if we can get out the inning without any problems. All 5 of my postseason games, the first team that scored won.
Hey, some guys can handle the postseason lights, and this is obviously one of them. Another base hit, leading off for the boys. This guy's had a monster postseason so far.
Here's Joe Panic. Lays off 1-0. His head-to-head numbers against Carlos Martinez. He has an even 10 hits in 18 at-bats. He's taken him deep once. The 1-0. Runners going. Line drive to center field. Turner patrolling center makes the play. 1 out.
Can't mess around. I have to focus on Posey. I can't mess around with the guy on first. I don't want to give up a home run. Yikes, 143, dude. All it takes is a game. Wake him up, but rough postseason for him so far.
pitch. Takes a high fastball for a strike.
You know, if I'm the hitter right here, I'm like, okay, you want to come get some early in the count? I was about to wait you out, but now game on.
Rader stands at first with one out. And this is right past Molina and back to the screen. And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch.
I think this all stems from the fact that they're trying to make sure
I
the plate
I
doesn't hurt them at
100%
all.
will trade
And
for
with that
Lonnie.
base open at first, they might opt to just put
So
him
I'll
on.
get him. Sorry.
1-1. And now the runner's trying for third. Pitches a cold strike. The throw. And no throw, in fact, as he'll just hang on to it. The 1-2. Popped him up.
Sorry, Pittsburgh.
Under it is Carpenter, and
But I will trade for Lonnie, and I will get rid of Dexter Fowler. For what? I don't know. That is my starting point.
now at the plate, Brandon Belt, runner in scoring position.
Whether it be online franchise, back in MLB,
First delivery to him on the
16,
way.
17,
Takes a knee-high fastball.
and plus offline. Like Lonnie Chisenhall is one of those batters that I tend to hit really well with, and I always have him on my team. I know he's just an average player, but in my hands, I'm very comfortable late game situations with him starting. Like, he is a good batter for me. Always really quality. I don't know what I'm going to get rid of Fowler for.
Yeah, Dan, Kenny Jansen is definitely consistent, and he'll
Well, that I have to think about. It's going to be hard with his contract.
Sometimes it's hit or miss.
The 1-2 is in there. A called strike three.
Got out of that inning. Thank you.
Giants lead one. And now the
Yep, his batting stance is easy in some aspects. Carp is the guy that I hit best with, and Chisenhall is not that different. And even when he faces lefties, I still feel pretty comfortable. Like, Lonnie's a dude like Matt Carpenter, lefty, righty, it doesn't matter. Whenever he's up at the plate, I feel confident he's going to get a hit.
Matty, you take a look at this lineup. I find myself thinking back to my playing days when I knew I had the ace on the mound. It had to be win day, and when you get in the car to drive to the yard,
Yep.
you tell yourself, even though you're
Lonnie's good.
about it,
In a perfect world, I would have sent Fowler to Pittsburgh for Lonnie, but I can't. The pay is too different, and they don't have anyone else on their roster that makes a lot of money that I could just eat.
one or two runs early in this one.
Oh, I have Lonnie. He's on my bench. He had the game-winning RBI in Game 1 of the NLCS. We blew the lead late, and we tied it in the bottom of the ninth, and we gave up the lead in the top of the ninth, and then the bottom of the ninth we tied it, and then he had the sac fly to win it. I try to save him as late as possible, and if we get into the World Series, there's a good chance that he will end up being a DH in some of those games.
Here comes the first pitch. A fastball right down the middle for a strike.
I'll have to look at the market. I would like a left-handed relief pitcher. I'll even take on a big contract, but I have to find a starter that makes a fair amount of money to be able to get Fowler's contract off the books.
Not looking good after being down 0-2. I think at the very least you got to work.
And that'll be fine. Be happy to get rid of him.
Get back into a decent count where maybe you can come through.
High in the air out to center field. Esparza moves over. And that's
Wainwright will be one of the things that I'll have to look at. I'm not sure what to do with him.
Trey Turner, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one.
Yep, I'll have him and Cecil, but I would like another one to keep that bullpen a little bit balanced, lefty-righty. Give me 3. In a perfect world, I would have 3. I don't necessarily think I want Lions in my pen. I really don't want him to be. But Wainwright will answer that, because I have to figure out what to do with him. Because he's not going to start. That's awkward. Yep, he has.
The 1-1.
Thankfully, he's been
After ball number
decent
2.
for me in the game. Not spectacular, but definitely better than average. But real life, a bad investment.
3 balls and a strike to the Cardinals shortstop.
Well, this has been a good
Oh,
job
Andrew
of
Miller's
moving down
definitely
from
won it, and I will
0-1 to
automatically,
3-1,
I will
and now
re-sign
he's
him. I
really
know
in the
he's maybe
driver's
not
seat
what he
to see
was
a
on
hitter that
MLB
he can
The
do something
Show
with.
2 years ago, but that dude is filthy,
And he missed with that one. It's ball
lefty
4.
or righty.
1-out walk here in the
He
home
will
front.
have a spot
And
on
that's
my
the
team
beauty of
for
having
my
a guy
entire
that's so
franchise. I'll play
locked
2
in. He's
seasons.
almost like another leadoff
He will be
hitter,
on the team for
working
both.
a walk with just 1 out. I think there's a good chance that he's going to be on the move at some point.
Stepping into the box, Matt Carpenter.
All right, Matty.
He's set and the pitch. Very
Ah.
weakly on the ground. That winds up foul.
Pains me.
Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Pitch out, nothing doing.
I don't want second base. I want to focus on this at bat.
Now a throw over, and he's back easily. The 1-1. Now a ball line fouled to deep right and out of play. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. And
Boston
with 2
holding
away, let's
serve
check
so
in
far.
with our up-to-the-minute
Oh yeah, he's gonna, and I'm gonna love having him.
Series is 1-0 as things
Gonna
are
love
starting
having
to
him.
heat up here as we get later into October.
Gotta get something going here. Hello, 3 people all at once. Logic, Bill, and Spastic, hello.
First pitch of the at-bat. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner. Beyond is undoubtedly one of the best hitters in baseball, especially against right-handed pitching.
Against righties for
Hit
sure.
both power and average, so he's certainly a big threat in matchups like these.
Yeah, you could tell he's super confident against right-handed guys. You know, sometimes it's coincidence.
I'm not sure what that
Sometimes
is.
you don't see many lefties, Matt.
I have to look it
Bottom
up.
line is 75% of the time
I'm
there's a
scared to look it
right-hander on
up.
the mound, and this guy finds barrel
Oh, let's look it up. But congrats on coming out. Congrats to your friend for coming out. Can always be always be
you know he's got the green light. He's one of the best hitters in your lineup.
And that misses
And a walk.
ball 4, so it's first and second.
Ah,
now
the
with
candy,
2 out.
gotcha.
Some guys take a little time
Well,
to find the
I'll
zone,
take
but
that.
with the second ball
That
in the
means
first
that
inning, it might be a
my
little
bald
more
spot
than
thankfully isn't
7
showing
here.
much yet.
Not sure how long
Give it
they'll
another
give
couple
it, but
days,
they're not gonna let
and
him
I'll
go
look
the
like
ball back there.
George Jefferson again. Alright. See if we can get something going here. And thanks for the follow, Logic. Oh, guy looks like a superhero from my chat
There
window.
at second. Here's the pitch. Just off the outside, and it's 1-0.
I hope so too, for a lot of reasons. I'm a big fan of him. I also have him on my fantasy teams. I did 2 fantasy drafts and was able to get him in both. So there we go.
Ball sent back up the middle, and this gets right through him, and that may be a run.
Safe.
And they're going to take a
Let's
1-0
go.
lead as the run comes across
Oh,
the
start.
score. And this will get in there too late. He's in
Um,
there third.
I have him on both of my teams, and because he's a young batter, the Cardinals need an influx of youth to supplement those older vets. So I would love for a young player. Would absolutely love for a young player to become a solid middle of the lineup guy for this team. So RBI for the win. Spastic and Greg, thanks for the follows. Very.
First pitch on its way.
I actually am going to be picking up the game Monday night. I'm going to pick up the game Monday night. I'm going to do all of my pre-prep stuff for the Tuesday stream, so I'm going to stream 12 hours.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, yeah, I'm so tired of waiting for us to wake up, wake up, wake up, yeah, I'm so sick of waiting for us to make a move.
You know, sometimes I still feel bad about that being a sub song, but I can't, like, I love the group so much, I have to do it. Greg, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. Much appreciated. Welcome to the graveyard. My plan is Monday night. I'm picking up the game at 9. I'm gonna come back, install the game, spend a couple hours doing my sounds of the show. Let me pause the game for a sec. Because I have this, Greg. I made a spreadsheet, and I'm updating it as I put stuff in and as other people do it. So basically, people that are subs are able to claim a player and then pick up the walk-up music, home run music, or walk-up music and entry music if it's a pitcher. So if you want to whisper me 2 songs, go ahead. Just all I ask is that they're Twitch suitable. If not, then no, obviously I can't play it on stream. But yes, thank you for the sub. But I'm gonna do all that stuff Monday night, and then I'm gonna do a 12-hour stream on Tuesday. I'm giving away 2 copies of the game on Tuesday as well, 2 digital. So you'll get the code, and then once they generate the email with the pre-order, code for the packs, I will forward that along as well. So I'm still coming up with the specifics, but I'm trying to make sure that I'm prepared, get a good night of sleep. I'm going to be watching other people play Monday night. Ozuna with an RBI single. 2 outs.
No balls and 1 strike. Bouncer up the middle.
Shoot.
And that's through for a hit. So a base hit to
DeYoung, what was it? Carp struck out. What, Trey got walked. Carp struck out. DeYoung gets walked. So 2 outs, first and second. Ozuna single up the middle. DeYoung goes from first to third. Jed struck out. But here we are. Here we are.
Here's the first pitch to him. Into right field, that's a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now. That was pretty obvious in live action that ball was hit hard. And after analyzing it with our show track technology, we see that our eyes did
curveball, slider are a little hanging just a tad bit.
Swing of the bat. Here's Andrew McCutchen now. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. The 1-0 delivery. A fastball that just misses inside.
Well, I know the last thing he wants to do is load the bases right here. So
I don't know what to do now.
Right now to get back
I don't want to throw off speed. I don't want to throw fastball down the middle. Off speed.
3-0 now.
Crawford is sub 100.
Esparza over at second. Longoria at first with no out. Taking all the way that time. It's 3-1.
3-1 with 2 on, and this is where you got to be geared up for something to drive. I don't think you can just groove in one right here. You still have to try to make a competitive pitch.
3-1. Now a shot sent off to the right side, but foul. Out of the stretch, the 3-2 pitch home. Now a ball hit hard toward first. And this is going to wind up as extra bases, as that'll play one for sure and maybe a second. And a relay to the plate.
Big throw there.
Gets him, but we do
Gave up one, but we were able to cut down the second run. Good job, Stanley. Good job, Cano.
Here's the shortstop, Brandon Crawford. His head-to-head numbers against Carlos Martinez. He's got 2 hits in 16 tries. Here's the first pitch to him. Thought he had the inside corner that time, but it missed for ball 1. Crawford is 6'2" and bats left, but throws right-handed. He was a 4th-round selection during the 2008 draft.
Hey, when you come out in the middle rounds, you have to grind for everything, and that's exactly what this guy has done.
Oh, he's sitting off speed, so let's just keep it fast then.
Pulled high in the air out to right field. Stanley on the move. He makes the catch, and the runner from second will tag and head for third. And he's up to third safely now with 2 gone in the inning.
Johnny up next, man.
Coming to the plate now, Johnny Cueto. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. First delivery to him on the way. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner.
Can't take the risk. Just got to go for the strikeout.
Not in front of that one, but he stays alive and will do it again on 0-2. The next 0-2 is looked at for ball 1.
Maybe we'll try.
Hit high in the air down the right field line. Stanley is there, and he'll put it away to retire.
That could have been a lot worse.
Giants will have to be content with just the 1. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. All tied at 1-1.
Yachty. I think Yachty has a decent history against Johnny, though.
So stepping in, Yadier Molina set to lead off the home half of the second. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And that one just missed outside.
Alright, consistent with not calling that a strike. I'll take that. Charge my iPod when I go to the gym tomorrow.
Popped him up. Crawford moving to his
Who I think
left.
wins the World Series this season? I mean, I'm definitely rooting for the Cardinals to win. And I think that I need to see what their rotation looks like in June, how they're pitching. And I can tell you how I feel.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. A ball and no strikes.
Coming out the National League today, I see the Dodgers.
Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball.
It's a tough question.
High and away, not close.
And out the American League, I honestly just want to say the Red Sox, I think they have a really talented group. Their lineup is really good. And I like Sale and Price a lot. And especially now that Price has finally got that postseason demon out of his system, I think he has the potential to be even better, which is scary because at his best, he's one of the best pitchers in baseball. And I think the Dodgers can do it this year. I think the Dodgers, I think the Dodgers, yeah, they lose Kemp and Puig. They're still able to go get someone at the deadline if they need to, and they get Corey Seager back. And I think that's a huge plus. If he can get back to who he is. Cano.
And he turns on one, sending it high and deep to right. A leap, but he won't get it.
Go, 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 go,
This
go,
gets
go,
right
go,
off
go.
of him. He's around second now as they're still searching for it out there.
I think
And he's in
the
there.
Dodgers have a good shot. It helps that they only have a one-team contender in their division. The Central has, it's a three-team race. If you want to include the Reds, it's four. The NL East is four. The Dodgers is just them and the Rockies. I don't think anyone expects either of the other three teams to compete, which means they have an easier road to the playoffs. Thus, they get an opportunity to win the division and play at least in the NLDS, as opposed to having to go in as a wild card. I think they're going to win the West.
Standing in now, Carlos Martinez.
Long-winded answer, but I guess the Dodgers. I don't know. Who do you have? Come on, Carlos.
The 1-0. Misses ball 2.
I need production right now. We got to get Cano, and I was hoping that would have been a home run. But if we can just get the run across anyway, doesn't matter to me.
Count the pitch. Lifted into the air out towards center field. Catch made in center. Here comes the runner from third. But he's safe at third.
Just didn't think it was deep enough.
Back. Digging in to try it again. Tim Stanner. He flew out in his last at bat. Here comes the first pitch.
That was actually a solid contact for Carlos too. Just couldn't get him in. Damn it.
That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike.
But what's being lost in all this is that pitch count. It's been a pretty big inning for him. 34 and counting. Or now 35 and counting.
Here it comes on 1-1.
Oof.
Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2. 1-2. Ready on 1-2. Lifted in the air to shallow center field. Panic is there, and he puts this one away for the third out. So a great job there of working out a potential trouble. 1 left for the Cardinals. Through 2, we're tied 1 apiece.
Okay. To the third inning.
He reached on a single in his first try.
Carlos. Let's get under control, dude. Technically, Carlos is my best pitcher, rating-wise, on the game. Weaver's pitched better, but Carlos is my best pitcher rating-wise. It's kind of nice little luxury to have him batting second. I'm sorry, pitching second in the rotation.
Hit down the third baseline. Jerko fields it cleanly. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third.
Hey, Snoop. I can tell you, this is the result of season 1. I play all 162. So, beat out the Cubs to win the Central, face them in the NLDS, and then lost to the Dodgers in the NLCS. Heartbreaking loss. Clearly, as you can see by the way that went down. And this is season 2. Won the Central again. This time a little more outright. Beat the Cubs in 4. And we are now in the NLCS. Up 1-0 in game 2. Seeing if we can get over the hump. Another California team. Just trying to get the season finished before MLB 19 drops. Delete this off the hard drive so I have space for 19. I am the Cardinals. I'm a Cardinals fan. So I just roll with my favorite team and we just try to make it happen.
Weak chopper up the line.
There we go, Jed.
Throw on to Carpenter, gets him, and that ends
A couple
the
of
inning.
trades.
So they go quietly here in this half inning.
I trade for Lonnie Chisenhall. I trade for him every franchise. Like one of my low-key favorite players in the league. So I'll trade for him in 19 as well. But I traded for him. I traded Dexter Fowler to Seattle. Took on Cano's big contract. You know, I had to do that in order to make it happen. Got Betances as well. And yeah, here we are, trying to bounce back.
He can't just make it a non-competitive pitch.
Oh, man, players.
Got to start that a little bit more over the middle of the plate to get that swing and miss on the outer.
Oh, what have my players done? Oh.
Line towards center field. Esparza is there, and he has it for the first.
Matt Carpenter is he won the MVP the first year of the franchise. Definitely liking what I've seen so far from Flaherty and Luke Weaver. Been really good in the rotation. Reyes as well when he's in the strike zone, which isn't always a guarantee.
There's a swing, and he sends the ball high in the air into left field. Gone!
Yes, let's go. Let's go. Carp coming through again. Let's go, baby. So I was saying MVP in the first season, not this season, but still, Carp's put up great numbers. I think he had 47 home runs first season, 43 this season, 115, 16 RBIs. Jed has been nice, and more importantly, Paul DeYoung has developed really nicely. I've had him batting fourth, so he's in between Ozuna and Carp, and dude kills the ball. Batting like 280 to 295 over the 2 seasons, 40 home runs in each. A lot of power in this man's bat. As you can see here, just looking at his card, or his ratings. Look at his power. Look at his contact. Dude has developed into a monster. I love this guy. So I'm hoping I can get something similar in 19, maybe not to this extent, but I'm telling you, and if he's anything like this in 19, you add Goldie to this team, and I'm feeling really confident.
So that brings in the power-hitting middle infielder, Paul DeYoung.
Real life, I like him to get, you know, just be consistent, have a productive season. But you're an Indians fan, it's nice. The Indians are my second favorite team. So a big reason why I know who Lonnie is and pay attention to him. And the Indians are actually in the ALCS right now. They're playing the Red Sox. Red Sox have a stacked team, but Cleveland can hold their own against them. And we'll see if they're able to knock them out and go to the World Series. It would be pretty cool to face them in the World Series. Because if I win, I'd be happy. If I lose, I would be extremely disappointed, obviously. But at least the Indians have a World Series win, and I would be happy for that.
And he pulled up in time, but it's
hey,
a
Pumpkin.
Strike 2.
Follow for follow. I think you may be looking for the wrong place for that.
It's looked at, and the count moves full.
Take your base. Good job, Paul. Second walk of the game.
And I'm sure the manager is just fine with that. I mean, it's better to battle a slugger like that to the end and end up walking him than serving on where he can really hurt you.
I'll be very careful who I give to Pittsburgh for him. I don't want to give someone to, no one gives Pittsburgh someone extremely good or someone that has potential to be good to cause me problems over the franchise. But I'll tell you this, Lonnie will, before I played my first game on 19, he would be on my roster. Love that guy. Really solid bat. I can bat with him against lefties as well. And defensively, he is what he is. But I feel really confident, and he's been a big part of what I've been able to do this franchise. Nice. We can look real, I don't know if it'll show. It won't show regular season stats, I don't think. Nope. But you can see, postseason wise, he only has one at bat. Been in some games, but the key is this. Game 1 we almost blew. Then he came up with the biggest at bat of the game. Well, probably Jerko had the biggest tying it, but he comes through with the sac fly in order for us to win. The first season when I played the Dodgers in the NLCS, he hit a walk-off home run in game 1. So we stole game 1. We would have lost. Hit a walk-off home run off of Jansen. You know who I'm talking about.
First in time, and
And he
like
just
that,
has those
side
moments.
retired.
Like, he is a
Cards
clutch
get
batter
run
for me.
courtesy of Matt Carpenter. We're through 3 here in the Gateway City. It's now 2-1.
But that going Oppo, I like it.
Back alongside Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian, as it'll be Brandon Belt getting ready to lead things off here.
I think after the first game, when Paul had 2 home runs and an RBI single, I think they may be saying, you know, we might just stay away from him for a little bit.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
It's fine, I don't care. I just want
the corner
wins.
for strike 1.
Who does it, how it happens, is irrelevant to me. We just want to advance.
Trying to send him packing for the second time.
And I think I lost in 7
Fastball
games
and there's the
to
first out
the
of inning.
Dodgers, but he had a big RBI, and I think it was game 4. They were making a comeback, and he had a big 2-run home run late to extend the lead from 1 to 3 in order for us to be able to close it out with a little less pressure. And during this season, he has had some really big at bats. Like, when I look at my bench, if he's not playing, I try to save him as late as possible. So if I have something,
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1.
if I have a potential big bat, or I need a 9th inning hit or something, I try to save him as long as possible because I always feel confident he's going to come through. Doesn't always, of course, but I trust him.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and standing in here is the very dangerous third baseman Evan Longoria. First pitch on its way. Takes a high fastball for a strike.
And as an Indians fan, Cargo, what do you think of that signing? Because I know, you know, they did with Ramirez, but clearly outfield I think was a little bit more of a need, big picture. How do you feel about that?
0-1
Popped him up, jammed him on that 2-seamer. Thanks for the follow.
Pretty painless half of the inning all told. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go.
To the bottom of the 4th. Looking at the time, it's almost 10. Quarter to 10. I wanted to get through 3 games for sure. Depending on how late, and it's the weekend, I remember a little bit later. Depending on how long these next two games take, I might try to go 4. I think I just wanted to go 3 though. Or maybe do an afternoon stream or something. I have to figure out how better I finish this season.
Looking at a fastball for a strike on the corner.
Hey, it's not always about filling up the strike zone all the time every inning. He's pitching well as we're moving into the middle innings, but interestingly, less than 50% of his first pitches have been for strikes.
A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball.
Case in point right there, Matty. We're seeing a trend, the north and south. A lot of pitchers working that elevated fastball and then breaking stuff off in the dirt. We used to see east-west, not the case anymore.
Hit out towards second.
0-2, you just gotta swing. Can't take that. I know it's crazy to think of all the outfielders that they had in their farm system at once. And this and big picture, It's not how you,
It's coming
it's not how
right in.
I saw
Starting
things
to go
playing
around
out,
there,
but
but he holds up ball
you
one.
do what you gotta do when the
Great
window's
job
open.
to
You do
be
what you
able to
gotta do
lay
to
off
try
that
to
pitch right there. You can
get the
tell the minute
championship,
it
and they
came out of
came
his
close,
hand,
one game
his
away.
eyes lit up at the plate.
Just couldn't close them out.
Now a swing and a chopper foul right at home plate.
And it's not like the window's closed yet either. They still have good rotation, as
Here
long
it
as they don't
comes
make
on
any
1-1.
trades. The bullpen
And
should be
did he get
better
around?
this year, should
No, he did
perform
not.
better.
Ball two.
They
As a
can't be
pitcher,
as
you
bad
gotta
as they
feel
were
good
last
that you
year,
had him out front, even though
especially
he didn't
earlier
quite
on in the
commit on
season.
that one.
But
That opens up a lot
you
of
just win
weapons
a
for you to
division,
go
get in the
high
playoffs, and hey,
fastball
whatever
or
happens,
throw even
happens.
a
With that
better off
rotation,
speed.
they'll always have a shot.
Chopped weakly to the left. In time to first, and there are two away.
The batter, second baseman, Robinson Cano.
So bases are empty here with two gone, and set to stand in the
All
fine
right.
second baseman Robinson Cano.
Now, I hope Brantley does well with the Nats too. Wish he could have been healthier more with
Cano
Cleveland,
waits
but it
on the
is what it
first
is.
pitch. Left side, but well foul. 2 runs, 3 hits, and no errors so far for the Redbirds.
Cano, I'd love for you to get on
Here it
base.
comes.
Find a
0-2
way.
misses with a fastball. And it's to
All right.
2-2 now with the bases empty and 2 gone here in the inning. Bottom dropped out on him, and that's a strikeout. Posey's got it, and the throw to first ends the inning.
Man, try Zimmer.
1-2-3
I
to
like
the
him.
Cardinals, as they're unable to
I think
add to their
initially of the
2-1
bunch, I
lead.
like Frazier the best, but Zimmer's going to be solid.
Here's Andrew McCutchen now. An RBI double is what he was credited with his first time around.
Andrew McCutchen.
All right, so they have 7, 8,
Pitch
9.
of the at-bat on its way. And this is
Man,
taken
his
outside for
slider
ball
is
1.
shit today. All right, so a little
Now the
lower and
1-1
a
pitch.
little different speed, same movement.
Line softly toward the hole. Throw in time at first.
I would love for that slider to be able to, be spotted, but we can't do it. Got to build some confidence. I might throw it, depending on what happens in this at bat. I might try throwing that against Johnny.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Always go.
This pitch is popped up,
Back foot.
and this is handled easily, so quickly.
I think they'll still have a good season. They're going to win the division. People tell me that they think the Twins are going to win. Like, I still think Cleveland's a good enough team that they should win it. Maybe not as easily as last year, but I still think they win it going away.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
So the question will be between the Red Sox, the Yankees, who wins the East, who wins the West. Well, Astros, I would think. But who ends up finishing
first pitch strike ratio over 70%
second
Got him out on his front foot at
in the
0-2.
conference, or in the conference, in the league to plays Cleveland?
This guy is not throwing a
I
ton of
wish
pitches.
Cleveland
He's confident.
could do a better job taking advantage of their division. They didn't do it last year.
The
I felt like
1-2.
they could have ran away
Takes this the other way to right. And that's
with
in
the
there.
Central,
Perhaps
and they
some
could have
life
put
here with
themselves in a
2 men
more
out.
favorable position going into the playoffs. But it is what it is. You just need to make sure you win and you get in.
And he extends the inning there with a base hit.
Yeah, it's funny. I've hit 8th in my career, and the grind was to try and get the pitcher up so you could waste that out, flip the lineup over. This guy took it into his own hands and did just that. By getting a knock, now we could have some issues here.
Lionel Rader is in for the 3rd time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1. From the belt, kicks and deals. A little bouncer.
So disappointing there. Ah, yeah.
Here comes the
You're not kidding about that.
A fastball that just misses ball 1.
Well, this is an approach we've seen him use.
But I definitely hope that Zimmer
Set up the inside and then get him out with pitches
is
away.
everything that I hoped he would be early on.
Baseball as we
Pitch
just
check out.
reared
Let's
up
go.
and let that one fly, and the inning is over. One left for San Francisco. Our score remains
5
2-1.
hits, 5 innings. See if we can get something going here. And we know neither pitcher will make it to their next time through the lineup. And I try to see Cleveland every time they come out to Anaheim. I live in SoCal. So, I mean, being in San Diego is not bad. See the Padres all the time, so I always see the Cardinals when they come here. When the Cardinals play the Angels, I go there too. And I'll at least see one game when they play the Dodgers. I just don't like to drive to Los Angeles. I hate it with a passion. The Indians, I will always see them when they come play the Angels. Maybe not the entire series, at least 2.
Cardinals pitcher up there with a 1-2 count.
First time, nice. Those fan events are always so much fun.
Swing and a miss, and he'll start the 5th the same way he ended the 4th with a punch out, 1 away.
Hey, I'm not sure what he was sitting on right there. Might have been sitting on an off-speed pitch, but instead he gets the fastball way late. Had no chance to put that ball in play.
Cardinals. I need hits.
In now, Tim Stanley. And that misses ball 1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this
I
one.
need some hits.
Two balls and no strikes to the Cardinals center fielder. 5th inning, 2-1 our score.
I should probably go to Padre events, but I don't. But I go to like 20 games. Try to go 20.
That's how you open up the outside part of the plate.
And on average, it's like 20 Padre games.
Nice pitch.
There we go. That's a nice hit. Dump it in the center. 20 Padre games, 10 Angel games, and then somewhere between 2 to 5 Dodger games. I'll see at least one game against the Cardinals, and then always want to see Kershaw pitch, Bueller, just good pitching matchups. And I had to have that during that time. I had to have the time off too, so making that work. Right now, Goblin, I don't. I lost my job late in January, and I'm still looking. I took the rest of January just to kind of do, I don't want to say necessarily a vacation or anything. I still applied and I had a couple of interviews right after, but I just kind of took time to fix my crappy sleep schedule and had surgery on my shoulder, and now I'm still looking. Hopefully soon,
Even getting one out could be a challenge.
but we'll see.
The set and the 1-0 pitch.
I'm not patient,
Again, 2-0.
but I'm learning to be. It's one of my, I'm patient with some things, but I would like to get back into work. I'm still doing, I have other stuff that I'm doing to be able to make money. So I still have income, but it's not.
From the stretch. And there he goes towards second. Dribbled to the right side. Oh, and no time to
Bunt.
get
There we
it
go.
not with
It's not like what it is if I was working, you know, guaranteed 30 hours a week. I was working 36 hours a week plus on-call time. So my paychecks would be nice because I'd have, 72 minimum hours, good pay, and then you add in the on-call time, which is nice. Whoops. On-call time was nice, and then you also add in being reimbursed for gas. I do miss those checks.
Stepping in now, Matt Carpenter. The swing and
Organ donation.
fouled off to the left and out of play. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far.
It'll be interesting to see
Far
if they
from your
use that
typical job,
changeup in this
also
at-bat.
far from the job I
Last
expected to
at-bat,
get out of
that was a
college too.
changeup he hit for a
But I did a
home
good
run.
job
Wanna see
saving
if this
money,
time they don't go to more
so I'm
fastballs
not
and curveballs.
like,
0-1, here's the pitch.
I could probably go a couple months stress-free without having to worry about, bills. I still pay my bills.
Nice job to lay off it at the plate.
So I've, gonna have money to go do stuff, and I still have income to supplement.
Now the
But
1-1 pitch. Line to the right side. And that's in there. Base hit. And
big picture, obviously, I like to have a primary job again. So in the meantime, like I said, I was doing rehab, physical therapy for my shoulder, and also doing some little things, odd jobs for money. And then I've been streaming more too, so that has helped fill up the time.
Into the box now, Paul DeYoung. Turned on down the line. But a foul ball here, 0-1.
Yep, they're gonna change that, Snoop. It'll be interesting to see what they do, what they come up with, but we'll see. I haven't paid as much attention to that to see what it is or what it could be.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Esparza is under it. Makes the catch.
Go to third.
Third breaks for home.
Get a run.
The relay,
Cool.
and this will not be in time as he's
No.
into third base safely.
It's
That's a spot right there as the pitcher where
what I do, Aaron, with my stuff from Twitch, the payouts from Twitch, is I put it back into the stream. Now, if we get to a point where I became a full-time streamer and I did, make significantly more money, then it's a different conversation. But as it is now, this is the money that I make from the stream is just extra, and I put that back into the stream, whether it's buying emotes, buying equipment so the quality's better, just whatever. Like some of the stuff I have, my webcam, my the green screen, the emotes I have, the ones that are for subs, the ones that are Franker Face Z. That came from Twitch money, some of my own too.
Way off target here, and it's even at 1. 3 runs, 6 hits, and no errors so far for the
My shoulder, it'd be a C. Gotcha. Or probably the C on the hat, I'm guessing, or if not, similar to it. My I separated my shoulder. What? Pause for a sec. I have to think. This is 2019. Think sound. 2012. I separated my shoulder. I had to have surgery on it then. I still was having problems. If you would separate shoulder separations, I believe there's 3 grades. The first one can heal on its own. The second one can, or you can opt for surgery. The third one, you have to have surgery. So I had it on the second surgery, or I just at grade 2. So I decided to have it. And this is my 3rd surgery since. I actually had surgery November in 2017, and I was out of action for 8 weeks. So thankfully I was able to take time off from work and just, get paid, medical leave and not have to worry about that. So money wasn't a major issue, but man, that was painful. And it took me around about the same amount of time, 7-ish weeks. So yeah, it still has some soreness. I'm trying to get back slowly into the gym, get back into the ring, get my cardio back. I have a wrestling match next Saturday. So I'm just trying to get my cardio back. I'll kind of make it through the match. I have a feeling it's probably going to be a slower paced match to kind of accommodate my shoulder. And then when I get back from Mania, then we'll go from there and kind of figure out where and what wrestling is going to look like going forward. Yeah, I didn't have the cam before. The green screen I think I had bought before, and then also the Stream Deck. The cam, I just needed the green screen to come in, and then I have a light over my desk, so I have a light there. I don't know if you guys can't see it. And then that way, the light in my room, so they balance each other decently enough where I'm able to have it and the green screen. So
3-2 now.
Full count with 2 outs now, so if he can put the ball in
2
the
outs,
gap
so
somewhere,
Zuna, this could
he
be
have a
huge.
good shot of driving in a run because the runner at first will be in motion.
And this is yanked hard down the left field.
That's huge. And basically it turns into a hit and run. 2-run score, 2-run double by Ozuna, and we take a much more commanding lead.
You
simply cannot offer up a pitch like this to a hitter of this guy's magnitude, especially with runners on the bags. He makes a living off throws
Favorite candy?
outfield like this, and that one drives in a pair.
And with that being a full count, that's the only reason he scored on that, so that makes it even better. Yep, you're right, Blue Fire, that's huge.
Here's Jed Jerko now. In the dirt here.
Well, favorite restaurant's Cheesecake Factory, for sure. Love the Cheesecake Factory. Had a couple of first dates there. That'll be my, I think, I go there a lot.
Ready with the 1-0.
It's super close, so that helps too.
Wild pitch, but the catcher is able to knock it down.
Cheesecake Factory. I love cheesecake for one, but I love their food, just the atmosphere. Like, it's just a nice atmosphere, and it's not ridiculously priced. And then the cheesecakes are really good, and then you can take it home. I'm thinking about the candy one.
Drilled down the line, and that is a fair ball as this one's
Yes, go, let's go.
Pack on another here.
There should be Snickers, but I'm allergic to peanuts, so I got to take that out. Starburst? Is Starburst really my favorite candy?
And that'll signal the end for Johnny Cueto. So he'll depart.
I'll eat chocolate, but I'm not a huge chocolate fan.
And he's on the hook for the L unless this one turns around. Hunter Strickland.
I think Starburst or Jolly Ranchers.
And 2 gone in the inning.
Number 60.
Blue and watermelon. For Jolly Rancher, for me, my favorite, like, if it were to be Jolly Ranchers, my favorite flavors are lemon and watermelon. And I will play some DD Aaron.
Yadier Molina will be the first to greet
Oh,
him here as he
Yadier, well, good
stands
thing
in
we
with
got
a
that
runner
hit
at
before.
first and 2
Notice when it's 2 outs, there's more pressure on the batters before, because how bad Yadi's been.
First pitch on its way. Takes a knee-high fastball.
And then the other one's favorite food, it depends. Lasagna is probably my favorite. But if we're talking about meals,
1 ball and 1 strike.
my mom's enchiladas is number 1. Or banana pudding. That's so many options. Like, my mom's banana pudding is amazing. Yachty is bomb. Yachty is a bomb. But my mom's banana pudding is amazing, and her enchiladas are amazing too.
Here's Joe Panic, and at this point of the game, I think it's clear that the plan of
A snack in the store.
The order has worked.
Well, when you've only surrendered 1 hit
Cookies.
from top 3 guys in the order up to this point in the game, you know you're doing
Probably
something
cookies.
right, Matt. You're spot on. Whatever they discussed coming into this game has worked out beautifully.
Well, it seems that Mr. Martinez has been given a big lead again.
There's a fastball that just misses. Ball 1.
Big inning for us in the bottom of the 5th, and if Carlos can
And there's
just
a
get
pitch
some
that just
calls
misses
here
the
on the
inside corner. Now the 2-0 home.
if I can get him through 6 innings, I'll take him out in the 7th.
You know, he fell behind
And we'll
2-0
probably
Matty,
ride
but he
Bowman
battled
for
right
the
there, got
7th,
right
get him
back
in
his
early,
count.
get him some
An
work to see
aggressive
what he looks
fastball
like.
middle of his zone.
And Brebbia as well.
And he's really
Savory.
given some leeway on the outside edge here. 2-2 now.
I need an example. I can't think of something that's savory right now. So if you can give me an example of what savory would be. But I'll say sweet. Probably sweet.
And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone.
You know what was really impressive to me about that strikeout? He fell behind 2-0 to start the at-bat. That's a pretty bad place to be, but then he kind of refocused himself and came right back with 3 quality pitches in a row to sit him down. That's not easy to do, but now his focus has to
Even
hone
with
in
his slider
getting
not
ahead
really
the
being
next guy.
on in this start. His slider's been busted.
He'll take a look at
But we've been
ball
able to
1.
do enough
He's
with the
0
other
for 2 in
pitches
the
to
ball
get
game
outs.
so far.
Another place, you said favorite restaurant, another place just popped up. Now, it is a little more
Now the
pricey,
1-0.
and I will admit, It was special occasions only. Morton's Steakhouse. I love steak. My favorite meat. And their steak is really, really good. It's in a nice part of downtown here. And it is fucking expensive.
Try to hold back, but he won't be able to as that's ruled a swing, and there are 2 away now.
For me, check swings are right there next to bang bang
Man,
plays at first.
this dude
as the
is
most difficult
nice
calls for him to make. Taking a look at show motion, the batter doesn't appear to hold up enough, so I think the call was right.
Here's the first baseman, Brandon Belt.
I'm not sure on that,
He'll look at a
Blue.
breaking ball that misses
Not
for
sure.
ball 1. 0 for 2 for him to this point.
Go to a gas station, pick up 3 things: food, beverage, and a treat.
The 1-0.
Blue Fire's gonna get mad at me.
A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And he pushed it.
Probably
just
picking up a
against the
Gatorade.
line. Should wind up a foul ball.
Well, honestly, I'll take it back. If I'm going to a gas station, I'm picking up their, like, big gold. Like, if I'm assuming I'm probably on a road trip, or planning to be on a road trip, I'm picking up that. I'm picking up a, I'm probably picking up the York peppermint patties, and
Into the box, Enos Esparza, as he will take a look at strike 1 on a fastball right down the pipe. A hit in 2
I'll
tries
grab
for
hot
him
dog.
so far.
I believe you're more of a Powerade guy.
From the belt, kicks and deals.
So, I usually, if I go to a gas station, I would usually get a Gatorade. But in this case, I'm gonna get I get their big gulp. Because if I can pay $1 and get a huge drink, especially on a road trip, I'll take it. Also, I know that pisses people off. Because I'm always the guy on the road trip that's like, hey, I need to pull up, I gotta use the bathroom.
Here's Robbie Cano now. 1 for 2 wins and triples so far in this one.
Because my dad tried to pull that one on me before, like, well, either you go, and if you don't go, you can't go later. And then I pissed myself in the car, so that stopped that.
Here's the first pitch to him.
I was a kid, leave me alone.
Fastball down near the shoe tops. Yeah, we see a lefty and a right.
But yeah,
to loosen up in the bullpen.
can't call a bluff on me with that, because I will throw it right back at you. And I gotta go to the bathroom, I gotta go.
Hard hit ball to second.
Oh, that's an easy one, in and out, by far. It's not even close. Not even close.
So in now is the Cardinals pitcher, Carlos Martinez. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate.
Not even close.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
I hope you felt the negative energy seeping through the camera. Though I will say, overrated.
The 1-0 is a heater in there for a strike.
I will say,
Nobody on.
there are people that say it's like the greatest thing ever. I used to think that when I didn't live here, and then I live here. And I still eat In-N-Out. And I don't eat it as much as I probably thought I would have. But when I'm in the mood for it, I'll eat it. And I don't care about sitting in line for half an hour. It's worth it. It's good to me.
2-1 home. Is in there for
But if we're
strike
going to
number
go
2.
with just general fast food, I would say probably it would be Wendy's. I like the shakes at Sonic, but I'm not as big a fan of their food.
3-2 now.
In general, like I don't like their burgers as much as other spots. I don't like their fries as much as other spots. I'll get the Coney dog,
Bases are empty, 1 man out.
like a Coney dog and a shake, but that's probably not good for my digestive system.
picked him up.
later on.
Crawford calls for it.
That's the only thing I could probably eat at Sonic, but I love their shakes. I'd have to say Wendy's, like combination burger and fries. I think it would probably be the better of the. If you just think of just the core fast food places, and even better
Here's the first offering.
if you do the 4 for $4, you can get it upsized for an extra $1. I never knew that until like where I worked at. A guy asked me like, what size? Like, what do you mean what size? Like the size of the drink? He's like, no, the size of the drink and fries. Like, you can upgrade it. Like, yeah, you can upgrade it. It's just an extra $1. I'm like, so wait a minute, I can get a double stack, and then instead of you know, small fry and drink, I can get a medium fry and medium drink for $5. Give me that. Crazy. And a large for $6. Hell, that. Think about that. A double stack, large fry, chicken nugget, 4 chicken nuggets, and then a large drink from. And Wendy's large drink is huge too. That is so much freaking better than anything you can get at McDonald's, and it's cheaper. The McDonald's by me right now, like, granted I live in the beach area, so it's gonna be more expensive anyway. But the McDonald's here for a Big Mac combo, $8.20.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle.
And I have to wait like 15 damn minutes to get my food. Hold on, recently here trash with bugs crawling around. Yeah, so McDonald's is strictly dollar menu. Because my mindset is if I'm going to McDonald's to get a meal, if I'm going to pay $8 for that, I'm just going to walk up the street and go to Five Guys. Going up the street and going to Five Guys. And it was the same way on campus. The McDonald's when I went to college was, you know, right there for everyone to go to, and they up their prices as well. Bums.
Here's Andrew McCutcheon now. Line to the right side, but foul.
Give up another hit, and Carlos is out. Give him a chance to get through this. Guy didn't want to go to the pin. Rather him pitch a little bit longer. 720. I wish.
This is a big out to get right here. This is their best hitter. He's
the only thing that hurts about Five Guys, like, I can eat Five Guys over In-N-Out. First of all, Five Guys is walking distance. And now that I can, and you can order the food, so I can order my food, and by the time I walk there, it's done. It's like 5-10 minute walk. Depends on. It's about a 5-minute walk. I walk out 2 blocks, go left, Five Guys at the light at the next block.
Line to the right side, but that's a foul ball.
They give you a lot of fries, sometimes too many. I just, it depends on how I feel. I would go to Five Guys if I don't care about the price. If I care about the price, I would go to In-N-Out, because one, a burger, fries, and shake at In-N-Out is like $7 and change. For a double. At that same thing at Five Guys is going to be like $17-18, because their shakes are pricey, and obviously their burgers are pricey. The burgers like $10 now out here.
Swing and a miss as he ran that two-seamer right by him for the second out. That's back-to-back strikeouts now as they've been unable to advance that leadoff.
Martinez doing a great job right now.
Yeah, clearly no problems working out of the stretch right now, Matt. He's taking control of this inning after giving up that hit. Now we'll see if he can.
Five Guys give you so many fries. It's like disgustingly great though, because a lot of times when I go like with my friend and it's like we would order, because he's like I want to order fries. Like no, we'll just like order one bigger size of fries, and you get your burger. Like they're gonna dump a crap ton of fries in the bag, and we just come home and we just like split the fries and eat our burgers. Perfect. Don't pump your gas. You know what, Quack? My parents live in Colorado. Okay, you're out. Who's up next?
Longoria is on
Not
his
the
way
pitcher.
home.
We're in the top of the order. I think Turner's up.
To score, and the deficit is cut to 4 now.
My parents live in
Never say never
Colorado.
in this game, folks. It's
Why
late
was
and
I
the
going?
clock
I
is
think I was going to
ticking, but
Boulder
that
to
RBI
visit a
double
friend.
might start making
Like driving up to
believers
see
out of
you,
the entire dugout. We'll see
and
if they can build on it
I was
and
gonna
maybe
go
get
visit a
back into
friend,
this thing.
and I didn't get gas before I went, so I gassed up on the way, and I stopped,
Here as he looks to get the final out in the top of the
and I
second.
didn't realize that it was one where they service, because it was what I think I passed through Castle Rock, and I had to go into the town because the initial one off the highway was closed. So I'm like, well, I could keep going towards the outlets, and I know there's gas stations over there. But I'm like, I'd just rather go here because I'm not sure. Like the gas light came on. I don't play around when the gas light comes on. I stop and get gas right away. So I had to kind of drive through the town a little bit, and the town itself is actually small. I've never really been into the Castle Rock, the town. So when I got to the gas station, like I'm getting out to pump gas, and like this older guy comes out, and he's like, "What do you need me to check for? Do you need me to check your oil?" I'm like, and it didn't dawn on me that that's what they're supposed to do. I'm like, no, I'm okay. And he's like, okay, like, well, I can pump the gas. I'm like, no, like, I've got it. It's like, no, like, this is what we do at our gas station. Like, we pump the gas, we'll check the oil, and we'll check your tire pressure. Like, really? Like, we never do that. So it really, it caught me off guard.
Looking to minimize the damage here. And he gets around on one and hits it high and deep to straightaway right. Stanley racing back on the warning track. He makes the catch.
I mean, Bowman got the out, but jeez, man.
Giants get a run on the RBI.
Now, who would have guessed the former Cardinal with the double? RBI double.
And the Giants 2.
So yeah, it really caught me off guard. I thought that was pretty cool though. Especially I'm thinking like if it was for my mom, because it's not something that my mom would do.
It's the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7.
Food that I have a lot of.
Speedy Trey Turner digs in now.
Honestly, food.
Here comes the first pitch.
I'm a big, like,
There's a sinker that he just spits on
I
as it
go to the
misses low.
gym. Like in an ideal day, I get up early in the morning. When I was working, I'd get up at 4:30, 4 o'clock, go do a full workout at the gym. Just weights, no cardio, so just
Now the
weights.
1-0 is laid off,
Come
and in there
back,
for strike one.
or actually shower there, and then drive to work. Bring a banana with me, and probably bring like I have a lot of the cups of like the fruit cups or like pineapple. Whether it's just pineapple chunks, pineapple slices, or if I buy a pineapple and do it myself, that, strawberries, grapes, it's something I just like to grab and snack on while I'm doing stuff. I don't do it a lot on stream, but I do it a lot in my everyday life. And then a banana for breakfast, come home from work, grab a snack, probably pineapples or something. If I go for a run, I always eat fruit immediately after.
And he
So,
checks his
yeah.
swing. Did he go around? Yes, says the first
And I
base
didn't swing at
umpire.
that,
Strike
so I have a little
2.
beer left.
And that misses ball
Blue fire
the
stat.
leadoff walk to start the home 7.
Yeah, that strategy is great when it works, but when it doesn't, it's ugly. And
It's win-win for sure, and I'm gonna tell you what, we don't have to worry about it so much in San Diego because it's warm. Carp, this is earlier. Carp being carp.
First pitch coming, here it is. Wouldn't bite on a good sinker
And
that time that missed.
I'll be that dude. I'll be that dude.
Turner's on his horse on his way to second. Hit high and deep is straightaway right field. McCutcheon looking up. And this ball is gone. No chance to make a play on that one. A two-run blast to straightaway right field. His second home run of the game, as it's now a six-run ball game.
2-0. 2-0. Payback.
Would have been a little higher and in on his hands, it would have been effective. But he left this one belt high. Big mistake.
Wave those towels, baby.
On belt high
And
pitches
get out the
in
game.
inner half, which is pretty obvious now.
Derek Long enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is.
Who's a tip for pumping gas? Healthy eating
So
tips.
that brings in the power-hitting middle infielder.
Don't eat after midnight.
As he hits one on a line to left field. He dives. Did he catch that? He did.
Don't eat
Play
late.
there for the first out.
Taking another look
I've been told don't eat when you know if you're going to go to sleep while your food is digesting because your body slows down.
Nice defensive play
And
right
like
there.
your bodily functions slow down. They don't do it as quickly as you would do during you know, awake active hours. And that is true.
And he'll watch one miss that
I've
one
noticed
away
it's
for a
been
ball, 1-0. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here.
I can't help it because I'm up late. Like on average, I don't go to sleep until 2-2:30. So I just need something to chew to help me fall asleep. It doesn't work. Shouldn't do it. Tipping. Someone asked something. Let me go back up. It was Johnny. Welcome, Johnny. Yes, I'm fin. This is my last season. I played 2 seasons of MLB 18. So we're gonna finish this playoff run, and then I'm gonna uninstall this game so I can clear space for 19 and have a nice long stream Tuesday, Monday night while I'm installing the game and doing my sounds of the show. I will enjoy greatly watching other streamers because I watch a lot of stuff on Twitch. You can imagine I watch baseball, so I'm gonna be watching a couple. I'll be hopping around, spreading some love and some bits. Well, not now. I mean, not then. I mean, sorry. Rephrase that. Not now because I'm not working. Now I don't get up until 10. But then, when I was working, my stream was over at midnight. Stream in at midnight and try to be asleep by 12:30, so that gives me 4 hours of sleep. Depending on what time I have to be at work. If I have to be in a little later, then I can sleep in until 5, 4.5 hours, then hop up, go to the gym, or cut the workout short and get a little more sleep. Especially if I know I'm going to do cardio later in the day and or in-ring work. So I might take it light on the weights, which means if I am, I don't stay at the gym that long.
It's punishment time!
Punishment time for these Giants. I like it. So hopefully we can go to San Francisco. Like I said, I don't want to come back. Do not want to come back to St. Louis.
The 0-1 on its way. Behind 0-2 now.
Not with them at least. I want to come back. I don't want to bring them with me.
The 0-2 delivery. And he fouls this one off. Law has made a name for himself as a very effective reliever in his career, but he really doesn't fit the bill as a prototypical bullpen
We'll have to
arm.
see what Walker
So many
can
guys
do.
bringing huge strikeout numbers these days. He isn't one of them.
No, he's not, Matty V, but what he does do, he does a great job of missing barrels of the bats. He changes speeds, moves the ball in, out, up, and down.
It's on a
Not
cooldown.
overpowering, but he
Every
does have
sound
range.
effect is on a.
Ozuna leads
There's
the
a
first
cooldown for the
away.
sound effect, and there's a cooldown for the user, I believe.
And a slider bounces, and that gets away. And he is in there. They couldn't get him at
That's
second.
what Fire just
And
demonstrated.
Costly is the runner who moved into scoring position now.
Well, the intent there with
The like they're cool to have,
obviously,
but I also
he
wanted to
did this for
prevent people
something
coming
he
in and
couldn't do a
spamming
whole
on the
lot
chat.
with, but there's the risk that comes with that as well. If you don't execute or your catcher can't handle
Because,
it
you
very
know,
well,
someone
you give
just
up free bases.
walks in the stream, sees that, and then like all of chat, they're just spamming it.
2-2.
And
Now this one's hit hard to left by Jerko and deep. And this one is gone. A home run. So a two-run homer down the line in left. His first homer so far in the series as they've widened this lead to 8 now.
Hey, that's one of the toughest parts about standing out there on the bump, giving up a long home run or giving up bomb.
save some runs for San
As a pitcher, you just
Francisco.
have to regroup and get
Jeez,
back on that
man.
horse.
Here's the catcher, Yadier Molina.
Yadier Molina.
Now a ball popped up, but room and foul ground for the catcher Posey. And he'll put this one away in foul territory for the second out.
Second baseman Robinson Cano.
Here comes the second baseman, Robinson Cano. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Colton Wong will get a shot here as a pinch hitter.
Number 16, Colton Wong.
Now a ball popped up.
You know everyone's coming out the game right now.
For the catcher,
Oh,
Posey.
within reason.
It's punishment time!
That ends
Yeah.
the inning.
There we
So
go.
4 runs in the inning, and they come on the strength of the 2 big flies. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. It's the Redbirds 10 and the Giants 2.
Let's start subbing people out.
Wong will stay in the ballgame now as he comes on to play second here.
Now playing second base, number 16, Colton Wong.
No, it's no problem. Trust me. I'll never say what they are on stream, but they're spread out enough that they wouldn't get silly in chat. Especially one in specific, because I know it would irritate me. And I made sure that that was on a long enough cooldown that it wouldn't drive me nuts.
Monty Chisenhall is into the game as a defensive replacement now as he takes over in right.
Field, number 8, Lonnie Chisenhall.
Brett Gardner is also into the
Already jump.
Brett Gardner.
Omar Narvaez is also into the ballgame as he'll likely go the rest of the way behind the plate.
Omar Narvaez.
No, it's the you suck one. Let's see. Can I do a double? Do I want to do a double switch? Do I want to be like the computer? No. Bowman.
First offering on its way.
Pitch like ass, bro.
With a slider.
Not the good kind. I need you to get the you suck one. Because even when I put it in, I thought it'd be funny. So at first I want to do the Kurt Angle version of it. But then
1-0 count. Here it is.
I didn't. And I went with that one because I thought that was pretty funny.
But foul. The 1-1
And then I made sure, like my friend was telling me, like, do you really not want to have cooldowns? Like, shouldn't be a big deal. Like, not too many people are going to be using them. It's like, let me paint the picture for you, Sam. You're playing your playoff game, you're getting blown out, and chat is spamming you suck. What are you going to do? Like, I'm going to turn them off. It's like, well, if you're going to turn them off, you should just put a cooldown on them now.
Fouled away.
That way you don't have to worry about it. Or he brought up the other one because he's, you know, he watches Twitch too, and he's like, what if people are in, you see people in other channels that come in and realize that there's no cooldown or anything, and they just go crazy and start spamming and trolling you. So I'm like, yeah, you're right. This is a confidence thing for Bowman because he struggled. If Bowman can come out here and pitch a clean eighth, that'd be great going forward.
Now batting. First baseman.
One gone here in the Giants' half of the eighth, and standing in.
It's punishment time!
First pitch of the at bat.
That's what this whole game has been.
Boy, good fight
I
on
gotta
the slider,
win
and
against
just missed
Johnny.
inside.
Think about this. I gotta win for against Johnny and against Bumgarner. Two pitchers that have given me hell throughout the course of the show. Bumgarner, period, from beginning to end. Johnny's is worse because he played for the Reds, so you know I played him a lot, and I still couldn't beat him. I've got some wins on him, but in general, he pitches pretty well against me, so just for a confidence perspective, it's nice to get a win against him.
Hot shot down the line. Well, this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Low apparently for a ball.
These last two guys are making him work quite a bit out there. Both have
Bumgarner
been
got
long at
exactly
bats,
what he
and
deserves.
all in all, he's had to make 13 throws just to them so far.
Now a fastball inside, and he works it back to a full count now. Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up. Line drive, base hit to right.
I think Ross being in the bullpen has started to rub off on some of my bullpen guys.
They're flowing right now, but nobody's come up with that big runner in scoring position, 2-out knock kind of feel that really is going to break this game open.
Into the box now, Enos Esparza tried to hold back, but this is popped up.
Too big of a lead. I'll leave him in.
There are 2 away now.
Because I'm going to use Brevia to pitch the 9th. I'm going to go to the, I'm going to pinch hit, have Martinez bat. I'll have him and do a double switch. So I can have Martinez replace Cart for the 9th.
Hit well down the left field line, but back into the crowd. Foul.
Assuming we don't do well enough to bring him back around the bat.
And the inning goes away in unceremonious fashion on a swing and a miss of the ball way outside the strike zone. One left for San
10 hits versus 10 hits. You get a lot of home runs, it helps. Carp opposite field. DeYoung had one, I believe. Ozuna, they went back to back. Jed had one.
Jose Martinez is going to grab a bat here as he looks to try to set the table in the bottom of the 8th as they look for some insurance.
For Yachty's confidence, I can't allow it. Can't have him bat with Yachty on the, watching. Like, man, this guy hits better than me. I mean, because then what happens? I pitch hit for Yachty with a pitcher.
Yeah, you ain't kidding, Matty.
Just fully break his
What does this feel
confidence.
like when balls are just flying out of the yard?
Hero, it's just one of those days when you're out there as a pitcher going, oh, I wish I was somewhere anywhere else but on that bump right now.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Long game.
Digging in now, Lonnie Chisenhall. First offering on its way. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes.
Had a couple of appearances in games, but his first real at bat, of this series for sure. Second
Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now.
potential at bat for the series. Yep, game 3 will help. Will help for the bullpen. And Weaver will look. We'll have to see how the series plays out. But I'm going to assume up 2-0. Waka's going to pitch game 3. Reyes will pitch game 4.
From the windup, the 3-0 pitch. This is pulled into relief. McCutcheon is right there as he takes it.
Game 5 would be Weaver. If we were down 3-1 after 4 games, I probably would have pitched Weaver. Actually, no, I wouldn't. Yeah, he's going to pitch game 5 regardless. If we go 5, Carlos will pitch game 6. If we go that far. But it's whatever we have to do to win and get to the World Series. Obviously, a sweep would be better because then clearly I can just be fully rested and have Weaver pitching game 1.
He's ready. Here's the 1-0. Hit hard on the ground to second. And 8 innings have come and gone now.
1 single, 2 walks. I'll take that.
1, 2, 3 go the Cardinals. And the lead stays at 8. It's 10-2.
All right, we can close this game out.
In St. Louis. Welcome back to our broadcast on MLB Network.
Shit, I thought I had him up.
John Brebbia comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th. Here's Andrew McCutcheon now. He's the one to start off the 9th inning with his guys in danger of going down 2 games to none if they can't rally. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike.
Funny thing about that, Blue Fire.
Soft liner to the right side. Oh, and he whiffs on it as it's by him at first.
Or what the hell?
Well, I'm not sure if he played this a little too nonchalant or he took his eye off the ball a little bit early or what, but it's never a good look when you can't make a play on a pop-up like that one.
They don't have a baseball tag on Twitch. And I would not be the first person to complain and ask them for it, but they do not have a baseball tag on Twitch. So when I stream, because it recognizes my primary language is English, it has that and sports game. I have basketball because of always wrestling, because I talk wrestling and basketball because with college basketball and March Madness going on, if people want to talk that, just let them know like, hey, I do follow, it's cool to talk. So yeah, but it's really, and I find it sucks, especially with the show dropping in a couple of days. We still don't have a baseball tag. People have been asking for that for a while, and Twitch hasn't changed it, so that kind of sucks. Yo, Zang, what's up? Getting ready to see us go up 2-0 against the Giants. And then we're going to go to San Fran and see if we can take 2 out of 3 up there and close this out, go to World Series.
McCutcheon, base runner at first with 1 out.
They have a lot of interesting ones. But they don't have baseball. They don't have hockey either. If we're just talking about sports in general.
Here comes Turner, but he can't make the play as it finds the outfield grass. And he is in there.
Somebody's going to be icing their thumbs after this game. That's a jam sandwich, but able to mix in a 9.
Twitch hates us all. No, Twitch loves us. Twitch loves us. Money they get for ad revenue for people having their ads up. Okay, this is Reese's. We're gonna pay you X amount of money so we can put ads for your viewers to watch. Oh, you sub to Shroud? Guess what? We get some of that money.
But he'll put this in his pocket and be content with just the 1 out.
I'm petty. I didn't want him to get the run. No RBI for you.
But it didn't pay off. It was hit softly, but it gets scooped up quickly and fired home on target.
Good flip, John.
Ideally, you want to go home like that on a ball that's hit beyond the pitcher's mouth.
That's disrespect. I can be a disrespectful person from time to time. I own it.
Here's Joe Panic as he sends it on the ground to first. Oh, terrible bounce, and it goes right by him. The runner from second crosses the plate.
Dan, as a former infielder, I apologize for him. Nothing's more frustrating or upsets you more as a defender than making an error and seeing that guy come around to score.
You know what? And that's one of those cases as a pitcher, D-Roll. There's not much you can do. Listen, there are physical and there are mental errors, and you just have to, as a pitcher, go ahead and look past that now and try to pick up your teammate and try to get it out any way you can.
Slightly bothers me.
Here's Buster Posey now. He'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1. Struggling so far in this one and looking to erase his 0-for-4 ball game right here.
Slightly bothers me on that.
Here's the pitch.
Game, set, match Ozuna won't. Oh, it's Gardner, but he won't either.
That's the ball game.
Hey, it always feels good to win a baseball game, but when you can win one at home in front of your home crowd.
My full heelish form can't be unleashed on Twitch. It would probably get me banned. If I really wanted to be a heel, I would destroy trolls, but I don't have it. I don't feel like doing it because of the energy and the attention it gives them, though it would be hilarious and see. It's just so much easier to time out and ban.
Now this one pretty much over before it started as we get you
A lot of hits. But at the end of the day, Carlos, 8 hits spread across 6 2/3 for 2 runs, and Johnny, not as fortunate. Same amount of hits, less innings, and points.
And there's no better time of year to come up big for your team than in the postseason, and that's exactly what this man did. He's our
The exact same thing that DeYoung did in the first game. 3 for 4, 2 home runs.
So when you come to play like he did and make a big difference
Actually, no.
for your team, it's something
Yeah.
that won't be forgotten.
Because Young had 3 RBIs, I think, in the first game. So, a single, an RBI single, and then 2 home runs. 2 solo shots. And it's impressive because Matt hit one down there, and he hit one in right. So, he did a good job of showing that I have full range. I can hit it both ways. DeYoung did the same thing. Pulled one into left, and then hit one opposite field into the bullpen. Commanding lead. A commanding lead, and now we're going to go to San Francisco. Let's see what happens. So that was interesting. We could score early. They tie in that big 5th inning.